Hey, Coach, can you talk about how far Destiny Henderson's come since the NC State game? I think she was 1 for 13 from the field. Just her continued steady play, 14 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals, and just really becoming one of the fastest players in the country with the ball.
I mean, she's been playing great, really steady. And it's really comforting to know that you have a point guard that impacts the game in that way. I think she's realizing some of the things that she has to do for us in order for us to be effective. And then she's also balancing out when to shoot the ball, when to drive it, when to dish it. And I think it just takes experience doing it. I keep saying that she had Ty, and she probably wasn't thinking about these things the first 2 years of her career, knowing that this day, this year would come. But proud of the way she's handled it. I think she just got a great attitude, meaning, she doesn't get too high with the highs or low with the lows. She just maintains. She's smooth. She's unbothered. She doesn't flinch. And I think she passes that down to our team.
Greg and then David.
Dawn, what was the big difference between that second quarter and that third quarter? What adjustments were you making at halftime to kind of bounce back from that?
I mean, one, we weren't dictating from a defensive standpoint. We were just allowing them to set the screen, come off the screen, get the looks that they wanted to get from their offense. And I just thought we disrupted in the third quarter. We got out in transition and got some easy buckets. We made a few adjustments offensively to just shift their zone. I mean, we weren't in the flow. So I thought some adjustments we made at halftime got us a little bit in the flow and got us some easy buckets, some easy looks.
David and then Dick.
And Dawn, following up on that, I mean, was it more of a zone-based defense in that second half to kind of sit back and take away the way they were kind of disrupting the interior?
Well, I mean, it was zone. Obviously, I think they just wanted to keep everybody in front of them and just kind of crowd Aaliyah and just try to take away her vision and her ability to score. I thought they did a good job taking away her ability to score, but I mean, she did a great job passing the basketball and finding open players. I think she had about 6 assists. So that's a good look for us. And also when we're able to win and win big with her not contributing from just putting the ball in a hole, it says that we're making a whole lot of progress everywhere else.
Dick and then Ronald.
Don, you talked at the last game about trying to find ways to rest your guards a little bit. Well, you had to today because the 2 quick fouls with Zaayya in there. But just talk about how when she came back in the third quarter, how fresh she was. And a matter of fact, she had half of your 24 points. She had 12 of the 24 points in the third quarter and just looked a step quicker than everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it is, I mean, I think when Zaayya or either one of them get into foul trouble, I do like the position that they put us in as far as having to go to the bench. Like we have to, get into our bench and they have to play well for us. And I just thought Destiny Littleton looked great in filling in and, she got extended minutes because she was playing so well, making the extra pass, scoring, getting to the free throw line. Just giving us a pretty good flow. But then Zaayya comes back in and, Zaayya loves to play basketball. So she got handicapped a little bit by having to sit. But then when she got back out, I mean, she had a ton of energy and hopefully we can, not get her into foul trouble and maybe give her a couple of blows in the first and second quarters in order for her to stay fresh.
Ronald and then Joe.
Coach, congratulations on a win. Pretty good win. All I'm going to say is free throws and layups. You guys were like 95% from the free throw line. And secondly, you guys are going on the plains up against an Auburn team, a Coach Flo team next week. How do you guys plan to take on, some of the players they have on their team? I know Boston and Thompson will be going at it on the floor. I can't wait to watch that game. But what do you contribute this win and what do you expect against Auburn?
I mean, I like this win. I mean, Alabama is not a bad team. They are a very good basketball team. They got seniors. Christy does a tremendous job at putting her kids in position to score, and they look good doing it. They are a stingy defense. I mean, it takes, you got to crack it. You got to be patient in order for you to beat a team like Alabama. If you're not, they're going to stay in a basketball game. But going up and playing Auburn and Terry's, Terry had a lot of turnover, but what she's been able to do with the players that she has, I think she's got like 9 or 10 new players. You really can't see it in the results as far as the wins, but they're in basketball games. Their pressure bothers people. Their pressure will more than likely bother us. I hope it doesn't, but I mean, they've always had a way of getting under your skin with their, with their pressure, with their pressing. I mean, we have to be poised, but we can't allow them to dictate the pace of the game. We want to play fast. We want to not turn the ball over. We want to defend our turnovers if we do turn it over. But it's another SEC competition on the road, hard.
Joe and then Cam.
Coach, what does this win mean to you to set up another program record 25 consecutive regular season wins in the SEC?
I mean, it's cool. I mean, it really is. I mean, we, to reflect on what we were able to do last year and to have this different, yet young team come out and put us in this position. I mean, it goes to show our players' commitment to winning. They want to win. They're coachable. They are listeners. They do whatever we ask them to do, and it's pretty cool to be in this position. But I just hope we continue to add to that number.
Cam and then Mike.
Coach, after the last game, I think you said something about how excited the team was, only missing 3 free throws. You only missed 1 tonight. And as you guys kind of flip over to the month of February, you're getting to that home stretch of the season where you're starting to fine tune those little things. I was just curious, what's kind of next on the list of like the little things you want to see cleaned up in this last month of the regular season?
Well, obviously sustain high percentage from the free throw line. Layups is something that we have to continue to get better at. And then transition offense, being able to convert. There were opportunities out there that, we came up with nothing. It was a turnover. So you just making sure that we continue to make good decisions in that position. And for us is to continue to be patient because we're getting everybody's best effort, and we don't know when we're going to be able to break open the game, but our players are patient enough to not get rattled and just wait for the opportunity and continue trying to be a stingy defensive team.
Mike and then Pete.
Don, as we turn the calendar already to February, it's just crazy to say that. But as we get ready for February now, and I'm sure you could give me a long list, but what are some of the things off the top of your head that you just want to see your team be able to improve on this next month and as they get ready for conference and obviously the NCAA tournament?
Just continued, just fluidity from an offensive standpoint, be dictators on the defensive side of the ball. And then, our bench just to continue to sustain itself, play well, get more confident, and us being able to play our bench as much as we need to play them. Like, I'm hoping we can even it out, meaning 20 minutes for everyone and everybody stays fresh. But we know that isn't always the case, but I just hope they just stay ready because they're a big part of our success.
Pete Iacobelli.
Thanks. Hey, Dawn, I know it hasn't been the easiest week with the passing of Coach Chaney, but how important was it for you to have a little tribute to him in a moment of silence, just to remember the kind of person that he was?
Pretty cool. I mean, our senior staff, we brought that to their attention on, I believe, yesterday. And, they made a decision fairly quickly to put this in a part of the program, the game program. And I'm forever grateful for them allowing me to share in that moment. We shared it, we shared some office space. We shared 8 years of love, friendship, laughter. He gave it all. And pretty cool that we were able to give him that that honor. And one of my former assistant coaches at Temple, who actually is at South Carolina State, actually sent me this picture of the T-shirt that I wore. I mean, this T-shirt that I wore today, and I asked him if I could wear it. So he actually drove it down, and I thought it was, it's a 20-year-old T-shirt. I mean, Irvin Monier would keep a 20-year-old T-shirt because of the man's signature that's on it. And that's John Chaney. So thankful that I got a chance to just show my love and appreciation for him.
What is the quote on the shirt?
The quote on the shirt is "Winning is an attitude," and that was Coach Chaney's theme throughout his tenure at Temple.
And we will close it out with Keith.
Hey, Coach. So number one, I know coaches always like it when their message gets across their players. And so when Zaayya was out earlier, she talked about being able to turn the page. So message accomplished or mission accomplished there. But just talk about Bree, Beal, and Lily. They were really struggling at the beginning of the year with their free throw shooting. I think at one point Bree was under 40%. They've really turned it around, and now your team has turned it around from the free throw line these last two games. Just talk about the extra work and who's been working with them and what's been the impetus for the turnaround. You're not giving them, extra treats like you would champ.
I mean, here's the big thing. You see what the free throw percentage is, from game to game, and were we concerned? Absolutely. When you're concerned with something, you can skin a cat so many different ways. If we chose to just say, get into their heads and change what we've been doing, maybe it would have gone the other way. But I think we just took it as one thing that we needed to work on. We do a ton of free throw shooting drills. I mean, we put them under pressure. We actually, when we're competing up and down, we'll stop and we'll actually treat it as a game. So there are so many different things we're doing. Coach Boyer is probably the one that comes up with a lot of different free throw shooting competitions that will, force our players to concentrate and get into their routine. So happy for Lily, happy for Bree, happy for our team. We're hopefully hitting our stride and at a great time in which, the season's coming to a close or the meat of it.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tom.